Talk about that. The weather's changing. It's football season, and it's like you just mentioned, the weather's changing late this year, but it's for the good.
Well, I tell you, it's really nice. You get into that mindset where you deal with the heat, and you practice in such a way to try to spread out certain drills, that kind of tax your kids a little bit better. So all of a sudden, you get these cooler mornings and everything. You walk around, it's like, wow, this is nice, and it makes you excited about football even more. Is that when you get that little bit of that nip in the air?
Two things. One, you're on a winning streak. You got your first win on the road. You got your first win at home. How the freshmen and the walk-ons, how are they handling this success so early?
Well, I think anything you can do with young kids to build confidence, that's critical. And the last two ball games have been certainly, I think, really a great help to building some confidence. And really confidence comes when you have guys who can begin to expect certain things, certain outcomes, through an investment of work ethic and development of technique and knowledge of a scheme and those things where you can see play out in a ball game with a practice. And so it's huge because I think as we begin to play teams that are really even more athletic, and certainly Abilene Christian represents a very athletic football team, the margin of error, becomes something that we have to, deal with in terms of what it takes to win a ball game, and the need to be more perfect. And so it's good to have confidence, but it's great to challenge your guys and continue to set a high bar for achievement.
What's been one of the biggest challenges you've had so far since the season has started? Now that the guys have gotten minutes to say out on the field.
Yeah, I think the thing has always been for younger players is the speed of the game, and we talk about the speed of the game, but some of it's not necessarily physical speed. It's the mental part. Is the ability to make fast decisions in the amount of time that you're expected. Defensively, can you recognize formations, get aligned correctly, discipline your eyes to read your keys, and then play with a certain amount of instinct and anticipation based on what you've practiced. And when you get into a ball game and you're running around trying to get lined up correctly, and the ball's getting snapped before you have a chance to compose yourself, then all of a sudden the game kind of feels like it's just moving twice as fast as what your ability to process it, and that's when guys make mistakes, and then they play with less confidence because of that. So I think that's always been the age of the player in relationship to the speed of the game, that you really, as a coach, you're trying to be precise in what you ask your player to do, so that through the repetitive work and practice that you're building some habits, and you're building some you should help reduce the thinking so that they can play faster.
One last thing, the baby's up walking now and starting to reach out and looking, as you got them in a grocery cart, and they starting to reach out and grab things and all that, and you kind of like to slap them on the back of the hand, like, can't touch that, can't touch this, watch out, look out.
Well, I think it's still probably one of the best analogies that I have is just, it's little brother right now learning how to wake up in the morning and compete with guys around you. You go to school and you're in the same grade. Sometimes life's not as challenging, but you come home and you got two big brothers that pick on you a little bit. Where we can we'll play some teams that have the ability certainly to they have more seasoned athletes, and they have more players depth. And then they'll, in many cases, when you're playing a lot of juniors and seniors, they're going to be better players because of the time that they've already invested in their college careers. And so old big brother may kind of get after you, but every day little brother kind of keeps on finding a way to compete, and that's what we're asking our guys to do. And as I say, one day little brother does grow up, and I'm confident that our guys are growing up kind of week at a time. And some of the open dates that we're having right now, we're really able to go back in and deal with some fundamentals. I believe that's helping us. It's a little tough because it keeps you out of a rhythm, which you want to kind of get into, through the season. But given the age of our kids, I think that extra fundamental time's helped.
One last thing, it's all about preparedness.
Oh, yeah, it is. I think at the end of the day, you've got to prepare your kids for what they're going to see, and then you got to do a good job of putting your kids in positions where they're doing some things scheme-wise that an opponent hadn't seen from you, so that you can have a few surprises out there and a few shots there that maybe are not quite as anticipated and from your opponent, and so while you're challenging them to learn and you're trying to grow the scheme that the players play in, you got to do it at a controlled pace so that you don't outpace the ability to execute. And so we're just trying to find that balance between continuing to challenge our guys to grow in the knowledge of the game, but yet to be able to keep the execution level up high. So preparation is key, and we've made too many mistakes in the kicking game. We've had some turnovers and some things that you just can't do those things in order to win ball games. But contrary to what it may look, we are coaching hard to eliminate those. But sometimes the development in those areas only happens so fast because you're asking a lot of your players in a lot of different ways to grow up. And it's but I'm excited. I'm really happy where we are in the program right now, and I'm happy with our kids. And I'm seeing growth. We're a lot better now than we were back in early August. I know that for a fact, and have a long ways to go. But we continue to have a lot of fun. And as coaches, it's just I can't believe they're actually paying us to coach these kids. They're great to work with.
Thanks, Coach, for your time, and congratulations on your 2 wins. And good luck this coming Saturday against Abilene Christian.
Hey, great. Hey, thanks. Appreciate it, Jerry.
It's Jerry Lee Woolley Jr. with another college sports report here on the campus of HBU Huskies. They are involved in getting prepared for a home game this week at BBVA Compass Stadium against the Abilene Christian University.